Hello, Resident Monkey fan here, and today we're going to be playing the greatest game of all time, Roblox. Sorry, I mean experience. Roblox is an experience creation tool where you can make games and release them onto the Roblox website. If you've never played a Roblox game, you're either 40 years old or you're built like an upside down triangle. Roblox is a platform where you can be impressed and depressed, and I think it's pretty special for that. But today, we're going to be looking at one of the most popular styles of Roblox games, tower defense. I played through the most popular Roblox tower defense games, and I ranked them. So let's take a look. Before we begin, let's review some rules to explain what I'm ranking them on. The first criteria is gameplay / balancing. How well balanced is the game, and how fun are each of the towers are to use? The second criteria is content. How much content is there to experience and enjoy? Pretty simple. The more quality content there is, the higher they get a good score on. However, I will be docking points if the games are extremely grindy or contain lots of filler content that is boring. The final criteria is graphics and sound. How does the game look and how well done is the sound design? You know, the basic presentation. Does the music slap? Does it have voice acting? Do you think Roblox would have voice acting? So now with the criteria being laid, let's begin with the worst tower defense game.
Look, here's the thing.
Fine. Listen,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of
Cream team.
Coming in last, we have Depot Tower Defense, a game that has a cool concept in theory, but in practice, it sucks massive ass cheeks. The game is structured as a tycoon game, and each time you place a tower, it changes the path, which sounds cool in concept. But part of the strategy and difficulty of tower defense games is map design, which is completely missing in this game. Managing your tower's placement is a big part of tower defense games, and it missing here fundamentally ruins the gameplay. And the game is pretty lackluster everywhere else. Every time you lose a round, you get no punishment. You even keep your damn money, so what's the point of losing? You just retry, upgrade your things, and you basically pass the round. There's no skill or challenge in this game, which is just poor game design. The graphics are average and the music is wallpaper garbage that you can find on YouTube copyright-free music. So, overall, this game is just bad. 2 out of 10.
It's fine. I mean, this is your first time, isn't it?
Yeah.
It'll be great. Just try to take it slow and gentle. That's it. Trace around the edge super softly.
Are you fucking dumb?
Up next is going to be All-Star Tower Defense. This is currently the biggest tower defense game on Roblox, which makes sense. It has a lot of content, with a story mode and multiplayer modes. It's pretty crazy. It also features some of the most popular anime characters ever, like Goku. It also implements a gacha system, where you can invest diamonds to earn new characters. Yeah, that about sums up the game's quality. It's fucking mid. Now, I won't lie, it does have some good things about it. The animations are really good, especially with the newer towers. The music is solid, and the amount of content is great, but my issue is the gameplay. Sure, there's a lot of content, but it's super fucking boring to play through. The balancing is pretty horrible, as once you earn a 5-star tower, you can simply shit on the early game and most of the mid game. Also, there's just way too much story content that feels repetitive and boring, and calling it story content is like calling Bubsy 3D a good game. You gotta put at least 5 asterisks next to it. And once again, there's a gacha system. Why? Well, not horrible. All-Star Tower Defense feels like Genshin Impact without the lollies or budget. 5 out of 10.
So, explain this. This is one question I got for you. When you say nigga, a lot of people are, whoa! That's gotta be racist.
Evolution Evade is such a nothing game, and there's nothing that really stands out about it besides maybe the theme. Evolution Evade takes you from the Stone Age all the way to the modern era, but they never really do anything much with it. It doesn't affect the maps or really the gameplay. It unlocks new towers, sure, but other than that, it's kinda pointless. I really don't have anything to say about Evolution Evade. The music is okay, I guess. There's like a loading screen song, and the graphics are pretty good, I guess. Like I said, there's really just nothing to say about it. It's mid! Tower Defense Simulator is possibly the most popular tower defense game of all time on Roblox. Yeah, All-Star Tower Defense is the current most popular, but TDS effect on the site is pretty wild. Now with that being said, it's kinda just alright. Visually and sonically, it's fantastic. The animations are peak, the sound effects are orgasmic, and all of the maps, towers, and zombies have beautifully detailed models. But the balancing is, well, what's the word? Fucking horrible. The Gladiator Tower is broken, and once you get towers like Railgunner and Minigunner, the game is pretty much over. There's almost zero challenges in all of the difficulties, and frankly put, it makes the game a lot more boring. But not only that, but the game is called Tower Defense Simulator. Simulator games on Roblox are probably the shittiest possible game idea and concept you can create. They are repetitive, grindy, and feed into your dopamine with constant growing numbers. TDS forces you to grind so much in order to get the cool shit. Events are unbalanced most of the time, and getting gold skins, you might as well kill yourself. Overall, while TDS is very polished and well produced, its gameplay just isn't very fun to me, so it's gonna receive a 5.5 out of 10.
Motivated, determined, resilient.
Tower Heroes is a well-produced game just like TDS. The animations are worse here in Tower Heroes, but the tower models and uniqueness of the art style make it stand out across most of the Roblox website. The cartoonish graphics are nice to look at, and the music here is some of the best on Roblox. Tower Heroes also has a pretty good amount of content and quality of life features, but the gameplay honestly is unimpressive. It's one of the easiest tower defense games on Roblox, and I rarely struggle, which makes the gameplay significantly worse. However, the charm of the game makes it pretty fun to play and a good time overall, and if you maybe limit yourself, the game can still be rather fun. In conclusion, I feel a light to decent 7. Critical Tower Defense excels in really one category that the rest of the games so far have not: the gameplay. The game is well animated and has decent sound design, but the gameplay here is actually quite solid. It's not perfect because the content is a little lacking and the game is fairly grindy, but even with that, it's still quite fun. The game's balancing is fantastic, with no towers being horrible and no towers being broken. Each tower has a use, whether that be the early game or the late game, and they all have fair, equal, and quality upgrades. The maps are also really well designed, with great graphics overall. But for me, having the base skins for the towers have no colors is lazy, and frankly forces free-to players to grind, or pay money using mommy's credit card to make the towers actually have a nice design. The game also doesn't really have any new innovative ideas, to be honest. It's just kind of a regular tower defense game, which is fine, but I wish there was just a little bit more sauce in here. Due to that and the lack of content, I can't put it any higher, but the gameplay is overall really good. Overall, I give it a 7.5 out of 10, and it's indeed not goated with the sauce.
Hey y'all, Scott here, and this is bad. Real bad.
Tower Blitz is a game I thought was gonna be X. I mean, look at it. How am I supposed to get hard at this? Can't really get hard at anything. It's your fucking fault, man, anyways. Why are you looking at me like that, you piece of shit? Tower Blitz ended up being a very good game, to my surprise. The graphics and sound designs are fine, however the gameplay here is really good. It's balanced, has rock solid map design, and good amounts of content. It's a little grindy, but honestly, I think it's fine, considering the replay value and you being able to unlock a lot of towers early on. However, the best and most unique thing about Tower Blitz is it has 2 upgrade paths for all the towers. Yes, for the first time, a Roblox tower defense game has finally caught up to the game with funny monkeys. Having 2 upgrade paths allows for more experimentation and decision making. Making tough decisions is a great way to make your tower defense game more difficult and fun, as it makes for challenging and rewarding gameplay. For example, should I go for the path that gets me hidden detection, or the one that gets me more damage? This one gives me AoE, but this one gives me more range. This one takes my money, and this one takes my house. Overall, the gameplay of Tower Blitz is excellent, and graphically quite solid. And like I said, the game really surprised me, and honestly, I highly recommend it. An 8 out of 10. Finally, taking the top spot is the very first major tower defense game, Tower Battles. Tower Battles was an innovative Roblox game for the pure fact that it started a genre that became one of the biggest on the platform. It may not be perfect, but it's the game I put the most time to and loved. Sure, I may be biased, but so is my dick in your. Tower Battles has evolved with the times, making the animations better, the graphics better, the music better, adding a skin shop, balancing the game more. It's gotten to the point where it's on the level of all other tower defense games on the platform, even though it's so old, it was the original one. The gameplay here is fun as hell, and there is so many towers and content in general. The balancing is not perfect, as most of the first towers kinda suck, but honestly, it makes earning that first win so satisfying. Overall, it's not perfect, but the heart and soul of tower defense games started here, and for its influence, I give it a 9 out of 10, too much water. And yes, I know there are plenty of other tower defense games out there, and hey, I might make a sequel to this. So, make sure to drop your suggestions down below in the comments. That's gonna wrap up this banger Roblox video. Next video, tune in if you want to see me bomb a gas station. Anyways, for your Kelly, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.
Hey, Glaceon, once I do this, there's no going back.
If this is for Dragon Knight, there is no better decision you could make. He must pay for his crime.
Thanks. This is the plan. Death must do his part.
Are you gonna take him by surprise?
Yes, I will ambush him and then strangle him until he drops dead.
Death will do his part then, right? And you will be human.
If he can transfer my mind, then yes. That idiot Jade needs to trust me with my pills I gave him.
Sweet. So, you can kill gods because Jade's gotta deal with life, correct?
The god of life was human. He is not immortal, and his only strength is being able to heal and revive people. Once I fight him, it will take a single blow or stabbing for him to die.
Gods who are mortal. Funny how that works.
Yeah, funny.